Good morning, everybody. This is Kim Danke coming to you live from the Shibby Studios in Kennesaw, Georgia. Today is Wednesday, March 31st, 2021, and we are on the 90th day of this year. So we are 90 days into the 365-day Game of Life, the 2021 edition. And you know what? With it being the very last day of the month, I just want to say that if you haven't been playing the game with us this year, this coach is calling you off the bench and you're starting tomorrow. So if you have not started playing with us, April 1st is your day. You're off the bench, you're on the field, you're going to be playing. So do what you have to do to prepare today to play. When you hop on this morning, say good morning, where you're watching from, and what type of Shibboleth day you are going to have today. Good morning, Marla. Hey, good morning. I am having an intermittent fasting day. I don't have any holidays left. And when I'm down to the wire, it doesn't even bother me. It's just what I do. If I've used them all up, they're all gone. I just do what I'm supposed to do. Hey, Crystal, good morning. Glad you're here. So today is the last day of the month. Tomorrow is April 1st. So today, I would like for everybody to look at their calendar. Good morning, Sandy. Hey, Amy from Ohio, having an intermittent fasting perfect day. Look, here's Daisy. Daisy's on the mend. She's on the mend. Well, there she goes. She is on the mend, so thank y'all for praying for her and asking about her. I wish they had done for her on Saturday when I took her the things they did for her on Monday. That would have been better. But okay, Amy from Ohio, IMF Day, scale isn't moving, but many non-scale victories. Yes, just stay on like you're doing, Amy. Crystal is having a perfect day in Saudi Daisy. Good morning, Dawn. She's super sunshiny and cool this morning. Good morning, Deanda. Okay. Yay, that's awesome. That's awesome. You've been called into the game, Deanda. Good morning, Kristen from Kennesaw, IMF Day. Hey, Nancy Forbes, good morning. She's having a perfect day. Awesome. Daisy, you've had friends. Bella and Bo say hello to you. Thank you, Dawn. Hey, Mariana, good morning. A perfect day in Chattanooga. Yes, thank you, Kristen. Yes, she is on the mend. We have had to buy some extremely stinky food so that she cannot smell her meds through it, because this dog would not take her meds. And I had pulverized them with a hammer. I had put them in wet dog food. I had put them in Laughing Cow cheese. I had made eggs. I mean, I had done everything to try to hide these meds, and she would not take them. She also wasn't feeling good because that abscess had filled back up and some other things, but she is now getting those meds in. My husband has given them to her, which is never a problem. I like that. Good morning, Diane. Not sure what kind of day she's going to have. Her daughter is coming over and we're going to go out for some fun. Awesome. I love that. And thank you for sharing. Y'all, the share button is in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Be bold and click the share button and let somebody know about this. Thank you for saying that you're glad to hear that about Daisy. Good morning, Alicia. IMF Day. Y'all, these IMF days are so good for us. It gives our body opportunity to really digest the food that we ingested during the day. So good job. Ann Watkins having a perfect day. Monica having good morning from Lawrenceville. Good morning. Good morning, Cheryl Davis from Clarksville, having her third Tiger 16 day since vacation. See, that's what you do. You come back from vacation, you lock it in. That's awesome. Becky, good morning from Lake City, Florida, having a perfect day. And Malia, day 3 reboot, perfect day for me. Awesome. And good morning, Polly. Good morning. Glad you're here. Okay, so I want you to have looked at your April calendar. Good morning, Wendy, IMF in Chattanooga. Awesome. And you're going to ask yourself 3 questions about the month of April, because you know what Shibboleth is. It's a nutrition education, okay? But what it also is, it's a management system. And you've got to put into play all the things that we use to manage what we do. So one of them is looking at holidays, possible holidays. So look at the month of April and then ask yourself, am I going out of town? Because if you're going out of town, most people want a holiday. If you're not that person, that's okay, but you could at least look at it. Then ask yourself, is there any birthdays, anniversaries, or actual holidays in this month? Easter is coming up. I'm going to Alabama. I would like to have a Saturday and Sunday as a holiday, so that's going to be an actual holiday. Then the third question is, I just look at my calendar and see anything else on there that might be going on that may have food with it that I might want to take advantage of. And I look and I see which ones might be more important, and I mark all those on my calendar. Sometimes once I've marked all those on my calendar, there's more on the calendar than I have allowed holidays. And that's when I start going, okay, that one I could easily have a perfect day there. I could easily have a perfect day there. And I narrow those down to just the amount of holidays that I can have depending on my mode, weight loss mode or maintenance mode. And then I go from there. Now, if it happens to be that I need to change a holiday during the month, I just know, okay, if I have a holiday today, I'm pulling it from another day on which I already had one planned. So it's really just a system. So I want y'all to make sure that you have looked at your holidays today, okay? Let's see. Good morning, Polly. Polly's having a perfect day in Dalton. And Malia is from Dalton. Good morning, Valerie, having a perfect day. Good morning, Kathy from Michigan, having a perfect day. I'm glad you're all here with me this morning. Okay, so today's devotion from Made to Crave by Lisa Turkhurst is I'm not defined by the numbers. And the verse, if you'll type it in, is 2 Corinthians 10:5. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. I like that. And we take captive, this is one of my favorite verses, y'all. And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. We've talked about that several times over the past year or so on the Shibby show. And taking every thought and make it captive to Christ. So today, when those thoughts that you didn't ask for, want, or don't even know where they came from, when those happen, capture it and say, I don't like you. I don't even know where you came from. I didn't ask for this thought. And now guess what you're going to do? You're going to become obedient to Christ. You turn that thought into a statement that is obedient to what Christ would say about you or the situation or whatever is going on, and then you say it out loud. Okay, there's something powerful about saying things out loud. So I want you to turn that thought out to an obedient thought to Christ and then turn and say it out loud. That'll help. I was in exercise class one day when the gal next to me leaned over and shared concerns about her sister's increasing weight. I was half listening and half straining to lift my aching legs when she quipped, my sister now weighs like 150 pounds. I didn't know whether to laugh out loud or keep silent because that number horrified her. Because the number that horrified her was the exact number I had seen that very morning on my scale. I found great joy when I realized that my workout buddy's statement didn't rattle me. That's a good feeling. It really is when you're not rattled by that type of thing. Just a few years ago, it would have. It would have sent me into a tailspin of crash diets and unrealistic expectations. However, there I was, at peace in the aftermath of her thoughtless comment. I wasn't yet at my goal weight, but I was in the process of investing wisely in my health and in my spiritual growth. I had been diligently filling my mind with God's truths. These principles now protected me from thoughts of condemnation. You know how you can say the M and the N, reverse them? Jealousy and defeat. This is what the Apostle Paul meant when he wrote, we demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought and make it obedient to Christ. When we are familiar with God's truth, we can challenge any comment with the question, is it true? Is it beneficial? Is it necessary? If the answer is no, then we don't open the door of our hearts. We make the choice to walk away from the comment and all the negative thoughts it could harvest if we listened to it. My classmate's shock at her sister's weight wasn't beneficial to me. Therefore, I didn't have to internalize her comment, feed on it, or let it crush my identity. I could leave it on the gym floor, and stomp on it. Sorry, that was added by me. And walk away because it didn't belong to me. Right there in the gym, I desperately wanted to yell out 3 glorious words, I am free! In that moment, I experienced a small victory over an identity disorder I'd battled for a long time. This is what is true, beneficial, and necessary. Jesus is the gatekeeper for our thoughts. I put in my mind and the identity I allow to sink into my heart. Y'all, that's good. That's really, really good. I love all of that. And like I said, I'm an applier. And so if I learn something like today, if I had been hearing that for the very first time, that somebody said, okay, I want you to take any negative thoughts that just pop into your head, and I want you to turn that into an obedient thought to Christ and say it out loud. I'd be doing that today. Any random thing that comes to my head while I'm driving my car, while I'm having lunch with work people and doing other things, flying the drone, y'all, thoughts, they just like come all day long. And so I would say, oops, not going to think that. How would Christ think about that about me or the situation? Let me say that out loud. Y'all apply that today. Application is where it's at. Application is so important. So I want you to apply that today. And I have said this on the Shibby show before too, but I may have new listeners and this is important. So I have a friend who is a great counselor and speaker. And one time I was at an event and she was just doing a brief little 10-minute talk. And she said that she asked if anybody had ants in their life. Ant, like a little ant that would come and bother you at a picnic. A-N-T. She said that we all have those ants and that they are automatic negative thoughts. They're those trenches of thoughts that just come up automatically. And she said that what do you do with an ant that comes up and bothers your picnic? What do you do with an ant that crawls up on your beautiful red and white checked blanket? You flick it, you squash it, you get rid of it. None of us want those ants near us on our picnic. You're at your picnic table and a little line of ants starts crawling up. Let's just kill them all. Okay, let's get rid of those ants. That's how quickly I would like for you to think about getting rid of automatic negative thoughts, which is this. Okay, so that was just kind of this is a biblical way to look at it. Let's turn that around and make it obedient to Christ, because that's how we dig new truths, new trenches of truth, not trenches of lies. So we've got to turn these thoughts that we have into obedient thoughts to Christ and say them out loud. We've got to do it as quickly as we would an automatic negative thought, an ant, an actual bug ant, when it arrives at your picnic, when it arrives at your party and it's messing up your party. Flick it. Done, done, done. You're out of here. So I want y'all to apply that today and think about that, because sometimes food issues come from the way we think about ourselves. And if this is something that we can work on and help us with not overeating or eating inappropriately, that's what we need to do. Plus, it's that spiritual journey that brings us closer to the Lord. Let's see who's talking on here this morning. Good morning, Charlene from Michigan. Hey, Becky. Becky's having a perfect day. Good morning, Gina. Gina's having a perfect day as well. That's right, Gina. Stomp on it. Stomp on it. You know, the act of stomping on it or mashing it or flicking it. And then laugh at yourself after, because it's fun that you have applied something that you're trying to do to make your world right in here and right in here better. So I hope that this has been beneficial to you today. I hope that y'all have a perfect day if that's what you have planned. And remember, when it gets mid-afternoon and you need that second wind, you need that little rally up of I can make it through the rest of the day, post on Facebook. Hey, I'm rallying for my second half of the day now. I mean, do whatever you've got to do to make it happen, because once you get one day under your belt, you get the next, and then you're in EFB, or you're still stringing together EFB days. Okay, we can do this. We can. And be consistent and persistent. All the things. Just be all the things. Okay, so let's read the prayer today. Lord, I want this truth to sink deeply into my heart and my mind. Help me to remember to process the thoughts and comments of others through the filter of this question: is it true, beneficial, and necessary? In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. So when my son got out of the car at school, for years, when I dropped him off at school every morning, I would say LLL. And what that meant was I want him to leave a loving legacy. I even had a website one time called Leave a Loving Legacy. It's probably still out there, but it's not much on there. In fact, I don't know if there's anything on there. They may have kicked me out of having it because I hadn't done anything on there in so long, but LLL. So he would just get out of the car and I would just say LLL. And what that meant was, think about things and don't say them if they aren't true, beneficial, and helpful to other people. And I asked that he would have the God filter on, that things wouldn't come into his mind that he didn't need to hear or see, and that God filtered what he said too. So that's one of the things. Now we're pretending today that we're only hearing things that other people are saying to us. We need to also think about what the things are that we might be saying to others that might be hurtful, not beneficial to them. So let's think about those things too. So let's reverse that too. Thank you, Gina. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Gina. I love it. Oh, Gina, I loved seeing your picture on Facebook yesterday. Whoa, that is awesome. You have done an amazing job. You have locked it in. And Gina, I've just loved watching you lock it in and do it. So, okay, y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the morning for the Shibby Show. And y'all look at your calendar, plan some holidays out if you want them in April.